Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. We did it again. We hit infinite on the first day. I waited a little bit to start shooting this video, but 3 weeks, 5 days. I was hoping for a blog post today, or maybe some balance changes. We may still get it, it's kind of early in the day, but I'm gonna go ahead and shoot this video. So, number one question. I asked you, what deck do you think I played to infinite? There would be no doubt in your mind, would there? You know what deck I played. I played this deck right here. Surprise, surprise. So when the season restarted, the first hour I played, right? I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try to get some ranks in. Every game except for one was against Thanos. And I was like, I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. And you know what? All those people in my comment section talking about how fun Thanos is. I was like, well, you know what? Let's have some fun because I haven't had any fun. And so Thanos, that was pinned in my shop for about a month. I did it. I pulled the trigger, I bought him. And we started climbing. Now, the climb wasn't super fast. I don't know if I won any 8 cube games. There's a lot of 2s, 4s, couple here and there. But yeah, I ran Thanos to the moon. And so the question we have to ask ourselves right now is, what is taking Second Dinner so long? What takes them so long to make changes? Now, let me preface this with, I am not a game developer. I am not the owner of a very successful multi-million-dollar mobile card game or any of those things. But what I am is a player that spends a lot of time in this game who cares about this game. And I just feel like we're in this really bad loop of we put something in the game or something in the game becomes extremely powerful for about a month, and then Second Dinner makes a change and it just completely goes away, right? So a few months ago, we had Leech and Leader, and that ran rampant for about a month and a half. And then they changed Leader. When's the last time you really saw a Leader? He's not played anymore. Then they made changes to Silver Surfer that was extremely strong. When was the last time you saw Silver Surfer? Then, Zabu and Darkhawk ran rampant for a month and a day and a half. I know that because I used Zabu and Darkhawk to get the infinite on day one last season. And when I woke up the next morning, they made the changes a few hours after that, right? Now, you do see Zabu and Darkhawk a little bit, but you know why you still see him a little bit? Because everybody and their mother is playing Thanos. And those that aren't playing Thanos, that are trying to be competitive, are running Zabu Darkhawk to have these huge Darkhawks, right? But I don't get it, right? I feel like there's probably a change coming to Leech, right? But what are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? Not doing anything feels bad, and no communication feels bad. And it's like, well, they've communicated that there's going to be changes coming. Yeah, what are the changes? I feel like they just put the patch out with the balance changes and it blindsides us because we don't know what they are unless we see leaks, a day in advance. It's like, why can't they communicate to us ahead of time? Hey, this is the change that are coming, or this is what we're thinking. But they don't do that, and I feel like maybe that's because they're afraid people won't spend tokens on cards if they know they're going to have some changes. Because I think mentally, when we see a card gets nerfed, we tend to kind of shy away from it, even though it may still be good, right? I don't know. I will say this. I like the changes to the increased tier ranks, where you're going from, instead of going from 69 to 71, you're going all the way to 75, interjecting a lot more cubes. It feels good, especially if you're a really good player and you protect your cubes. Those 5 ranks really helps you cut down on a lot of your grind time. I think as a whole, people were expecting more. I was expecting more, but I'm in the minority, right? But that's okay. There are more changes coming. I did not see a whole lot of bots, which I was thankful for. I don't know if it's because they did something and there's less bots, or the player base is just getting better and there's a lot more people at infinite rank and at that higher MMR for us to play. But I did not see a lot of bots on the first day like I did last season. So there are some improvements, and I am very hopeful that, Second Dinner is going to start to get things right. My concern is, what in the world takes so long to make a decision, right? We don't even see posts. Like, we have to see posts on Reddit that people screenshotted from like Discord. Hey, they said this, and it's like, hey, is Leech on your watch list? And they just put an emoji eye. Like, can we have, I just want a little bit better communication, and I want a little bit quicker time frame on these changes. And I get that they don't want to make the wrong changes, but I feel like making the wrong change is better than making no change, right? Because you can change it, right? They have the patch now where they can change numbers, or they have the ability to change numbers on cards without having to do an actual patch, right? I'm hopeful, and I'm feeling better than I did. I just don't know what's taking so long. You can't wait a month. You can't let things run rampant for a month and then let really sweaty players or good players abuse those same things for a day or two at the start of a season and then change it. Because, okay, if you make changes to Thanos, I'm already at infinite. I'm already there, right? I've already abused. And I will say this, for me personally, and no one's gonna agree with me, Leech won me maybe 2 games on my climb from 70 to infinite. I don't know if I suck. I don't know if my Lockjaw sucks, but Lockjaw never pulled him. I never got to play him early. I think that the power of Thanos comes from being able to reduce the cost of the stones to 0, right? Leech is great if you can pull him out of Lockjaw early, and yes, it shuts down and wins you the game. But I believe that Thanos will continue to be strong as long as you can reduce the cost of the stones, right? You can play, the stones are really good, and you can play them for free if you have Quinjet. And all my opponents always have Quinjet, and they also always have Leech on turn 3 and 4. How do you do it? I don't know, but I am looking forward to some changes. I don't want Thanos to go away. I just want to see more things. I want to see more things. I can honestly say 95% of my games were against Thanos. Every start of the game, the first thing I do is I click the avatar and it says 15. Oh, Thanos game. Now, can you beat Thanos? Because people that play Thanos want to be like, it's not that bad. It's not that strong. It depends on card draw. Every deck in this game depends on card draw. If you play Big Shuri and you don't drop, you don't pull Shuri, well, it's going to be a lot harder to win because your power is basically getting cut in half, right? So don't be like, well, it's card draw dependent. Yes, every deck in this game is. You can beat Thanos, right? I just felt like when I was playing Big Shuri that all the stars in the sky and the moon had to align for me to win. And I couldn't snap because you never knew if you were about to get leeched on turn 4, even though you had like the perfect hand and the perfect board, right? And all of a sudden, boop, you never feel comfortable snapping into Thanos games because Leech can just derail you. At any point in the game, he can derail you. So yeah, that is me just, this isn't a how to get to infinite. This is a what in the world is taking so long second dinner. Now, I do like the rank changes. I kind of think people would totally be for having more like ceilings, walls that you couldn't fall behind, right? Like right now it's just ranked, I guess 10 and 100. I think people would feel better if like at rank 50 there was a safety net, at rank 70 there was a safety net. But I think second dinner doesn't want to do that because they want to protect the integrity of the snap, meaning they don't want people just snapping, with no consequences. But here's my argument to that. You literally added a card in the game that tarnishes the integrity of snapping. You added a card in the game that lets you snap with no consequences as Kang. Now, I think that's going to change. I think that is the one thing about Kang that needs to change. right? It's an okay card. It can save you some cubes, but the fact that it literally negates the importance of snapping, that's got to go. That's got to go. If y'all don't want to have more, you know, floors and ceilings in the rank climb because you don't want people snapping for free, don't introduce a card into the game that allows you to snap for free. You know, I don't know. Like I said, this month I want to be a lot more positive, because if you watched any of my videos from last month, I've been super frustrated, and there are those things still in the game that I am frustrated about, but I'm going to enjoy this game. I'm going to play this game in a way that allows me to enjoy it. And whether I agree with the changes or the things that they do, the one thing I can say is it is taking way too long. It's taking way too long. So, if you agree with me or don't, let me know down in the comment section. What are you thinking? What are you thinking right now? Do you like the changes that they made so far? Do you think that they are making changes in a timely manner? Do you think they are communicating well with us? Y'all know how I feel. All right, guys, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Try to enjoy the season. If we don't get a Thanos leech, whatever, change here soon, protect yourself.